There are 1.1 million people caught up in trafficking today in the U.S.
Wow.
And just to comprehend, you don't have to let anger or fear be your response to trafficking. Rather, you can help us make a positive difference and be the hands and feet of Christ.
Hi, I'm Jeff Johnston with the Daily Citizen. I'm here with Sues Hess, who works with Reclaiming Hope Ministries. She's actually the executive director. And we're here to talk to you a little bit about your program. They work with survivors of sex trafficking, so it's a really important ministry. Why don't you just tell us a little bit about what you do with Reclaiming Hope?
Reclaiming Hope journeys with survivors, and we do that in a few different ways. Mm-hmm. Number one, we engage with law enforcement, equipping them with hope bags so that at that point of recovery, there is something to give a survivor, to give them hope that tomorrow will be different than their past. Then after they have been recovered, go through the initial trauma stages of getting stabilized, we have a mentor program, and there we mainly walk with women and survivors in the Colorado Springs area. We've gone as far as Canyon City and Denver as well, but we focus that where we can have face-to-face interactions with people. If they're in that program, they can qualify for our housing program and our job readiness program, and we're developing a life skills program as well.
Okay. So we have a hope bag, a full one, right?
A full one.
And then we have what's in a hope bag here. Now, is this for an adult, a woman, a man, a child?
This, both of these happen to be for female adults. And in a typical one, because of the 15 items here in the hygiene kit, they come with about 30 items in them.
Wow.
When a detective or an investigator interacts with someone on the street, a victim, if they choose to go with them, then the law enforcement are wanting to take the clothing that victim has on for DNA testing as part of the evidence.
Okay.
And yet none of our law enforcement have money to buy new clothing. We've been doing this now since 2011. We've shipped out over 8,000 of these. Wow. All 50 states, 3 territories. We used to be the biggest non-governmental partner of the FBI because we launched our program with them. They have given us the input as to what to include in our bags. We do them from size 2 toddler all the way through adult to XL. That's 14 different sizes. We do a male, a female, and a universal version of every one of the sizes.
Wow. And it starts with 2-year-olds?
2 toddler.
Wow. Okay. And tell me a little bit about some of these items. You mentioned the toiletries bag?
The toiletries include not just a brush or a comb, but both, and a pick. They include travel size toiletries. Mm-hmm. We don't use hotel size because a lot of trafficking has happened in hotels. And the travel size is just a touch bigger, and it gives them a supply for a little bit longer. Then we include hair ties and special blisters, bandages that are for blisters. So we have to include the directions for that so they know how to use them. We include something to keep them busy, coloring books, markers, crayons, or in this case, playing cards and fidget toys. We always have something to write in one way or another. For adults, they get a journal, and we include a handwritten note. Our notes, we have scripts to use. They are things like, your future is brighter than your past. You are brave. You're a survivor. Don't give up hope.
So there's clothing, a blanket, socks and shoes.
There are, and we do the slider sandals because that way we're not guessing at what size. A number of size feet can fit in. The clothing are looser fitting athletic pants, t-shirt, And the hoodies fascinate me because survivors have typically been on display.
Yeah.
They love to take their sweatshirt hoodie and put the hood up and feel like they can disappear.
Okay, so it's safer for them.
It is safer. Now, the most popular thing in the entire bag is a safe hug. Our animals have met the need for that safe hug. This becomes a symbol of courage for many. We've heard stories of people, adults in their 30s, 40s,
Wow.
hugging that animal through all the investigative work that the law enforcement take them through because they derive courage from a safe hug.
So when the law enforcement goes on a rescue, do they already have these bags with them? Or are they down at the station, or how's that work?
We hope they have them with them.
Okay.
We try to equip them ahead of time.
Yes.
And therefore, when they're going to do a sting, we trust they're going to have some in their car with them. If not, some do get them once they get to an office instead.
Yeah, and you're based locally here in the Springs, but this is national?
Yes.
Okay.
We are based in Colorado Springs. That's where most of the donations of items come from.
Okay.
But we have shipped to all 50 states and 3 territories.
So I'm sure you could use some national support.
We'd love it. And we are at that tipping point. Last year, we shipped out almost 1,600 bags.
Okay.
Now, an adult bag, by the time we've shipped it, paid for the custom backpack to be made, all of it, it runs about $140.
Wow.
So our commitment to trying to never say no to law enforcement means last year, over 50% of our budget went just to provide the backpacks.
Wow. So tell me, you mentioned the mentorship program, Reclaiming Hope's mentorship program. Tell me a little bit about that.
There are many groups around the country that offer a safe place for a survivor. We do that with a commitment to train individuals in our community in trauma-informed care.
Okay.
And we continue training every month as they stay with us. We ask them to make a 2-year commitment to walk with the survivor. We pray long and hard before we make our matches. And the reality is, some of those relationships have lasted 13 years.
Wow. So you're working with the actual teens,
Survivor?
men who have survived?
You know, a lot of the folks aren't ready to really begin reintegrating into culture until they've been out for a little bit.
Okay.
So more of our survivors we walk with are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Sometimes if their family has been the trafficker, they will have a lifetime of dysfunction of not knowing how to cope, therefore of addictions. And then they come to us in their 50s maybe, saying, I got to figure out life.
Yeah.
Help me. And that's where we create community for them.
Okay. Yeah, that's tragic when people who are trafficked, and then for them to have to wait that long sometimes before they get the help they need. How long is the training for somebody who wants to be a mentor?
We have a full day of training, and then, as I said, we do every month additional training on things like the differences in someone who's been born and raised in a lower economic class kind of operates by different understandings than someone in the middle class. So we train because more of our mentors come from the middle class, and we don't want those barriers to cause them to stumble on the way. We want to show grace and mercy and Christ's unconditional love to the survivors, so we train and train. Most survivors have been so deeply traumatized that they have some mental health issues. And we also train about that, acknowledging our volunteers and staff are not licensed therapists. We will link them up with the right trauma therapist if they're not already linked up. And our our people are not the counselors, but they need an understanding of what's going on.
They need somebody to walk with them. So you provide ongoing coaching for the mentors as well.
Absolutely.
And then the housing, how's that work here in the Springs?
We've taken a different approach than most.
Okay.
People have to be in our mentor program, therefore have to be in relationship with us. But we've had people live in 5x5 storage units.
Wow.
Or we've had them feeling that they weren't worthy of any more than a shack in a backyard with no plumbing. So we rent 3 apartments here in town. They are kept secure. People don't know where they are on purpose.
Yeah.
They can live up to 2 years in one of our apartments. And that entire time we check them once a month. They are living independently. They have to have some income. They pay us a resident fee of about 30% of a minimum wage job.
Okay.
We require, though, that they also give us an extra $100 a month that we immediately put into savings. And the ones who've moved out so far did not know ahead of time, but we matched that.
Wow.
When they go to move out, it enables them to pay a down payment on their next life phase.
That's great.
So any donors contributing to that can take advantage in Colorado of the homeless contribution tax credit. So it's a tax advantage if you choose to go that route.
So that's in Colorado, it's above and beyond the normal deduction that somebody would get.
Correct. I believe it's an extra 25%
That's great.
that they save on that.
So I understand Focus on the Family helped pack some of these bags?
We've had volunteer teams from Focus come
Okay.
and help us. Just last week, we had a group from the print department.
Okay.
And at other times for Christmas, we do custom Christmas stockings for survivors in the state. And the last several years, Focus has so kindly collected items for that and come and helped us with the Christmas stockings. Then we also work with your print department to do our printing because
nice.
we value the benefit of the quality of it and working with a fellow ministry.
So if other nonprofits or businesses or individuals want to get involved in your work, what are some of the things they can do?
Well, first of all, go to our website, www.reclaiming-hope.org. And our website looks like this at the top with our wings, our logo. Our phone number is 719-425-9405 if you want to call and talk. But on the website, there's a tab of What Can I Do? It lists items for the Hope bags, and it even has a link to purchasing on Amazon, and they'll be delivered straight to us.
So you can't just give whatever you want. You guys, you have specific things that you can offer to the victims of sex trafficking.
We've worked with law enforcement to see what are the most needed items.
Okay.
And we have chosen to only include brand new items because these survivors have often been so victimized they have not been allowed to wear any new clothes. Typically, when they are recovered, the only things they owe are the clothes they're wearing that they have been sold in. So we're offering them brand new items because they have worth and value. They as individuals do. And we want them to understand we believe in them. We want to equip them for that next step forward.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Suze. I am so appreciative of your work. I think it's really great. These are tragic situations.
They are.
But you guys are. You're helping them reclaim hope, and you're providing hope for these victims along with special resources for them. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. And thank you for coming here and talking with the Daily Citizen.
I appreciate the opportunity. Most people don't recognize trafficking's happening in our backyard. There are 1.1 million people caught up in trafficking today in the U.S.
Wow.
And just to comprehend, you don't have to let anger or fear be your response to trafficking. Rather, you can help us make a positive difference and be the hands and feet of Christ.
Yeah, this is really, it's not a response out of fear. This is a response out of love and compassion and grace for people who have survived this. Horrific experiences, I'm sure, but thank you for providing hope. I appreciate it.
Thank you.